Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's two QBs ready to do battle in the AFC South. It's Blake Bortles and the Jaguars facing Andrew Luck and the Colts.
Larry, from the heartland of America, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Lucas Oil Stadium here in Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway from Indianapolis. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Luck on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a second down.
I think we need to come up with a different name for this position. We keep calling it the fullback position. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback, but we know this. Whoever's coming out of that spot is usually bigger and stronger, and they may not run away from people, but they'll run through them.
Yeah, able to shed tacklers. We saw it right there. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a first down throw. Luck. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
Here's Luck now on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Doyle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run forward with a fullback, Sherman. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
4th and 1. This is what fullbacks live for. They're always the guys with all the marks on their helmets because they love sticking their heads in there to fight for the tough yards. And he gets the tough yards here to give his guys a first down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now a handoff looking right. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll try the air now with Locke. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. This is Leonard Fournette, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Stephon Tuitt came out at Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wondered, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Fournette. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Fournette, a first down carry. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Don't forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
On second down, here's Bortles. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's brought down. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a third down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A pretty big third down mistake right there.
No doubt about it, and everyone's going to be upset. But they have to get out of this now and go ahead and play. They could have someone come at them in a big way on the next down.
After the penalty, it's Yeldon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
second down. Here's Fournette. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So on 4th down, Doug Marrone going to send out his field goal unit. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
2nd and 10, Luck again. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Bortles now on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them. And not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the... It's a foot race. 20. 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Lee, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And the Colts coming out now. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks right around the 26.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing on third down, Luck. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out come the Jags. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's some strong running. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Al Woods busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Bortles now on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now he's flipped. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jonathan Hankins in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And to give this time to the tailback. And the ball is knocked out. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. So the D-line's going to spread out. Following the fumble recovery, here's Luck. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Miles Jack coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Now they try the right side here. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard at the 16. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 3rd and long. It's Locke. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So after the INT, it's Bortles. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. And even 40 yards. From the gun, it's Bortles. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Trey Burton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Lambo to add on the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch.
And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Barry Church. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Now a play fake. Bortles. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And Lambo will put this one through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambo to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. His throw incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Colts on third down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Luck. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments. Oh.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Luck. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, a first half update now from Philadelphia. And the Eagles out in front early. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. John Simon from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The Jaguars on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Bortles now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the hook up to Lee. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Bortles. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Fresh set of downs here. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
On play action, it's Bortles. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Jabal Sheard coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. From midfield, here's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
After the interception, it's Love. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Love. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Colts on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Luck now to throw. This is Riddick on the screen. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Vinatieri now on to try the field goal for the Colts. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Brad Nortman now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Back to throw, Love. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And they'll go with a ground attack here. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Again, it's Fournette. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. By the way, they're into the second half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. And the Eagles have scored again now to extend their lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Here's Brad Nordman now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
On first down, it's Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win. Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon, and that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. To throw on second down is Locke. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now we'll give to the up man. That's Sherman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now's a good chunk of yardage picked up there. And big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll let the fullback try and pick it up. This is Anthony Sherman trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A handoff to Fournette. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On play action, now Bortles. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep left. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. Now Bortles. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Grant. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Corey Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Shotgun now for Bortles. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd and 10, Locke. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Locke. And Jeffrey's got it. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Left.
Bortles going to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, here's Bortles. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. The Jags first down, Bortles to Robinson. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. A handoff, Fournette running left. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Colts coming out now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They hold it to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position.